Brother, today we're entering a space that is anything but light, far from casual, and certainly not meant for the faint-hearted. What I'm about to share holds real weight. And before we go any further, I need to acknowledge the courage that brought you here. You saw the warning at the beginning, yet you still chose to stay, to listen, and to confront the raw truths that most men spend their entire lives avoiding. This kind of courage doesn't make noise. It's quiet, steady, and deeply powerful. This isn't entertainment. We're not talking about tricks, charm, seduction strategies, or rehearsed advice. We're speaking about truth, a hard truth, unfiltered, the kind that can shake everything you once believed about love, loyalty, and trust. A truth that can reopen old wounds, scars you thought had already healed. But sometimes, brother, growth demands this. It asks you to revisit those marks and finally see them for what they truly are. What I'm about to share is not some exaggerated story made to gain views. It's not fiction. It comes from research, from real pain, from the unheard voices of men who have carried their suffering alone. For days, my team and I have gathered these realities, not for fame or numbers, but for men like you. Men who fight their battles in silence because no one ever told them the truth. Society expects you to stay strong, to smile, and to keep moving forward. Even when your heart is breaking in ways no one can see, let this moment become your awakening. If you're here, say it to yourself quietly, I see the truth. Because whether you're married or planning to be one day, the core of your identity as a man rests on a sacred principle, loyalty. Your loyalty is your crown, your honor, the foundation that holds you together. But here's the difficult question. What if the person you gave that loyalty to was never truly worthy of it? Not to shake you, brother, but to protect you. Before we go deeper into this storm, give me just half a minute. Not for me, not for ego, but for something bigger than both of us. Out there, beyond the streets we walk every day, there are lives suffering in silence. Creatures that cry out at night, not from illness, but from hunger. Cats wandering alone, dogs left behind, forgotten animals with no voice, yet still God's creations, deserving of compassion. I don't come from wealth. I don't have corporate sponsors or luxury studios supporting me. What I truly have is you, your presence, your support, your strength. You've carried this mission further than even my own family could. Together we started something, not for applause or recognition, but to feed these silent, defenseless lives. Even a small contribution, the cost of a simple cup of coffee, can help keep one of these creatures alive tonight. If your heart feels that pull, then act on it. Not out of pressure, but out of compassion. That alone is enough. Now take a breath, because from this moment forward, brother, we step into the fire. November 6th, 1948, Chicago, M25. A 34-year-old man named David Miller was just beginning a story that would leave a permanent mark on his soul. He wasn't famous or rich, just an ordinary man with a heart full of loyalty. That same year, he married Claire Evans, the woman he believed would stand beside him for life. It wasn't arranged, and it wasn't shallow. It was real, deep, and genuine. The kind of love poets try to capture in words. Claire would often whisper to him, "David, you are everything I want for the rest of my life." Those words became the foundation of his hope, his faith, and the future he dreamed of building. But words, my friend, can fade. Promises can lose their meaning, and what looks strong and unbreakable on the surface can collapse under hidden truths. Months passed, and small arguments began to surface, not because of betrayal or bad intentions, but because of everyday life, bills, dinners, little differences. Yet those small cracks started to reveal something deeper, a quiet distance, a growing space between two souls that were meant to walk side by side. David worked tirelessly, holding 2 jobs day and night. He didn't have material wealth, but he was rich in determination. His true wealth was his loyalty. He never chased luxury. His dream was simple: to return home, share a meal, and fall asleep beside the woman he loved. To him, that was paradise. But Claire's heart had already begun to drift. Slowly, piece by piece, she started pulling away. Not only emotionally, but in every part of the life they had built together, she began to ignore him, to treat